Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Let's Try for Verdant Skies. The short description of it on Steam says, Verdant Skies is a life simulation game born from a love for games like Harvest Moon and a desire to create something unique with modern gameplay and deep storytelling. Ensure the success of the colony as you make friends and pursue romance with a diverse cast of characters. It just released today. I did get a chance to play a bit before release because the developers did provide me with a key to create content for you all. And I played a bit before release. They had a embargo date for it, so they had a clause for, no creating or no releasing content prior to the game's release. So in general, when I have that kind of requirement with a game, I tend not to record prior to the release because a lot of times games have updates, like in the case of Staxel, when they had some of their updates that added things to the world, like when they first added doors, for example, the world that was already generated would not get those doors on the buildings because it was already created. So I didn't want, just in case things get added, that if you had started a game previously, it would be missing out on some things. I usually like to wait until the official release, just in case they add something like that to it. This game is available on Steam for $19.99. And stay tuned throughout the whole video because I was also given the opportunity from the developers to have my logo made into an in-game wallpaper, as they described it, but it's just this really cute little picture, and my logo, of course, is my adorable kitty cat, so who doesn't love kitty cats? And I will give you guys the code for it so you can also get it in your games to decorate your own houses. I'm not telling you where I'm going to put the code up, so just watch the whole video. But at the end of the video, I will tell you how you put in the code to get it, and show you what it looks like in my other game. And I actually recorded this previously, and because of a little mishap I had where Windows must have had an update, because you know how Windows 10 updates in the background, unfortunately, and they kind of hide the options to tell it not to not to be updating your drivers. I had to Google where to go to turn that off because I think they updated my sound driver. Because I had a little mishap the other day where I had recorded some stuff. Well, no, I had edited the sounds to a couple of my videos and then went back to working on my Staxa mod and then remembered, oh wait, I had some more videos, sound recordings to edit, and went to do that, and well, Audacity was like, I can't find the sound device, so I can't play this. What do you even? And if I tried to, if you open your volume, not the volume mixer, the playback device, you can like right click on it and be like, hey, test this, and it was like, oh, I can't play the sound. So something that they did, and I know it was them because they update in the background, and I would have this problem all the time with my older laptop that originally came with Windows 7 on it, where when Windows would have those bigger updates and they would like update the sound drivers, it would completely break my headphone jack because I use external speakers on that computer, and it would just completely break the headphone jack. I would have to uninstall that and reinstall the original Windows 7 driver from HP in order for the speakers to work again, so I do know it was them. So I have a little failed recording here because that little mishap made OBS not realize what my microphone was. I just recorded this whole episode. It was like over 40 minutes long, I think, with no commentaries. It's like and it's like I don't know what the heck I'm talking about when I'm doing these things. And post commentary, I know that other people have done that in their Let's Plays before, and they usually tend to hate having to do that because it's terrible. So we're just gonna start over. I will name it Jolinar 83 again. And we'll see how that works out if you want to make multiple saves, because there doesn't seem to be a way in-game to delete your save, so let's just jump into a new settlement. A recruiter in a knockoff designer's suit motions for you to come forward. Here's your contract. No need to read it all. No need to read it all. Just the usual boring legal stuff. Only a few things to fill in and you will be all set to be a space colonist. Again, my name is not Zarina. I am Jolinar. Just putting the 83 on because I do not know what that will what effect that will have if you use the same name in multiple game saves, because it might make it a little difficult for you to remember which save is which if they all have the same name. But the other one is a failed let's try, so it won't matter. Great, Jolinar. Now just initial here, 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 and one more time here. Looks good. Please watch your step as you board. Barreling through space at speeds you dare not contemplate, your new planet comes into view. It's just like the pictures. Oh no, there seems to be a problem with your spaceship. Hola, did you survive that rough landing? Now, originally in my trying the game prior to release, I said I've had better days, but I'll live. And the failed let's try, I did this, and we're totally going to do this because that ship is totally horrible. Just barely, that ship is a death trap. I didn't work on the transportation for the colonists. And then our ship sinks. You won't have trouble like that with anything I make you. You must be Jolinar. We've been expecting you. I'm Rosie Martinez, the colonist mechanical engineer, and see this again, just because I had a failed recording. If the devs watched this, this was what I was talking about in my bug report. Text scrolled up and the sound kept going for a bit after all of the text was on the screen, so that is going to need a little bit of tweaking so that the sound ends when all the text is up. I also had suggested to them to give an option to totally turn off that sound because I could see how it can get annoying if you have to keep listening to that. I know I've seen some people play the original Super Nintendo Harvest Moon, and my god, the text scrolling sound in that game was horrific and very loud. So it's like, just giving an option to not have it make sound is a really great option because I'm sure that there's a lot of people who would prefer it to be silent. Actually, I'm a space mechanical engineer now. Yeah, that sounds much more interesting. Rosie Martinez is the colonist's talented mechanical engineer. Blind from birth, she has never let her disability hinder her adventurous nature. She has a knack for fixing things and possesses many patents for her original designs. Respected by her peers on the home planet, Rosie now uses her gifts to aid you in your colonization of Viridis Primus. And it's very cool that they let you rename these. When I think I will at some point do a let's play for this game in its entirety as I can. And I do have a Patreon account made up, and so if anyone supports me on there, they will get priority in names when I play games that I can name things. So if you would like to support me, just head on over there. There are links on my channel and end screens for you to see, and my goodness, this music is loud now. I came to check on you to see if we could salvage any of your ship. Do you see any scrap lying around? The music doesn't usually play that much, but I had turned it up to record game music for the end screen usage. I have suggested to them giving more volume controlling options because not enough games give you good controls for your sounds and sound effects. Because like there is currently no sound effect option to turn that down, just the master control, which would make everything quieter. Bueno! You found a piece of scrap that'll come in handy. Keep your eyes open for more wreckage as you explore this planet. We'll need to build you a shelter. We'll need it to build you a shelter, sorry. Follow me, there's someone you should meet. The game is controlling me here. I will show you the controls as soon as I have control back, but you can use WASD to move your character around, or you can just click with the mouse and she will move. Welcome to the administration building. You also can actually use your mouse pretty much to control everything, because there's a little backpack icon, so you can use just mouse if you prefer. Up here is the storage room. I guess it will be doubling as your room until we can figure something else out. Hey, I found Jolinar. They're okay. Rosie, what have I told you about yelling? I better go talk to her. Since you'll be sleeping here tonight, why don't you take a quick look around? Just follow this hall down to the office once you've checked out your room. Oh, but please don't touch anything. I'm gonna touch all the things. What do you think of that? I will touch everything. And time does not pass when you're in this little tutorial section here, so you feel free to poke around. There's not really anything to do. This is the 3D printer where you will create these various contraptions, but we have no materials, so we can't really do that. But first and foremost, let's come to the closet. You can also use the mirror to customize our character and make her look super awesome. I'm going to go with this lovely hair. We will make it purple. And I am not dark at all. Go to this lighter skin here. That nose is fine. I think these eyebrows look like they're probably a little thinner than the others, so we'll go with that. Eyes, those are definitely fine. Let's go with purple. Make it all match. And we will go with this lovely tank top here, and of course it's going to be purple. Pants, you don't have a super ton of options, and a couple of them like this one here, and these black ones down here, and those brown ones don't actually have different color options, but I really like these pants. Shoes. Some of them, again, you can't choose a color for. Go with these shoes again. And the various accessories you have, I'll let you see everything here. And then we're going to purple it up and just go with these lovely little bracelets or wristbands, whichever it actually is, until it's done. And now we were awesome looking. Okay, we better go talk to her before they all have a fit, because I touched everything. Hello, Jolinar. I am Administrator Washington. You can call me Jade. I always liked the name Jade, probably because I was a big fan of Mortal Kombat back in the day. I haven't really played since the Super Nintendo ones, but I've played all of those and loved them back then, at least. Don't know how they are these days, but anyway, I am responsible for the day-to-day administrations of this colony. The mastermind behind the colonization of Viridis Primus, the colony's administrator, Jade Washington, is a force to be reckoned with. Direct and driven, Jade enjoys the company of like-minded people. Laziness or intrepidity is sure to land you on her bad side. Her motives are a mystery, but it's obvious that she is determined to make this endeavor succeed no matter the cost. I am pleased you are uninjured. Rosie mentioned that you already recovered a piece of scrap from your ship. Please continue to collect any pieces you may find. Eventually, you will need to reimburse the company for the damaged craft. Okay, you can tell her it wasn't your fault, which it totally wasn't. The damn thing malfunctioned, but she doesn't care, and you will lose friendship if you say that, so okay. Don't worry, Jolinar, it can't be that expensive. Oh, but it is that expensive. For now, here are some basic tools to get you started. I assume you will be able to ascertain their use. Yeah, I know how to tool. And these are very basic. Awesome! As for communication, you will receive messages via the envelope icon at the bottom of the screen. Woo! Fourth wall breaking for the win. Get some rest, colonists. Tomorrow will be a busy day. And now we have no choice but to go to sleep. And here we have this lovely collection thing. It shows you your tools and insects, crops, fish, which is very cool. Trophies. I've never actually looked at this before, but that's very cool. We got this trophy, the punished scrap, for finding our first piece of scrap. Oh, and it even shows relationships, so it shows you all these various people too. I never actually looked at that before. And of course your options, which you can also get from hitting your escape key. Your mail, welcome. From Jade. Welcome, new pioneers. If you were reading this, you have figured out your interplanetary email system. If you are unable to read this message, please contact me directly. If I couldn't read this message, then how would I know to contact you directly? But oh yes, I was going to show you this. And the pause screen and when you're in a dialogue currently are the only ways that the time actually pauses. I have suggested to the developers to allow time to be paused on when you have other screens open as well, like especially like when you're crafting or like interacting with your stores to put things away would be very nice too. I can understand just your inventory not pausing the game because you can move around with that screen open. But again, here are the current settings that you have available to you. And the controls. This is your lovely controls page here. So you can rebind the keys to your fittings. Seems that these ones all do not actually have any keybinds at this moment. But of course, the standard WASD for movement, you can use C or return, or use action, or you can just click with your mouse. Escape, just escape, which is a little weird because that'll be like menu. Inventory, I or E. I is really weird. So it's a good thing that E works as well, because I never understood I for inventory. It's way over on the other side. Map, tab, or M. I always use M because map is M. And you can walk super slow if you hold left shift. And it does appear that you can play this game with a controller if you would prefer. You have controller options here, it would seem. But yeah, see, if I just click with the mouse, she will move. So if you're the type who likes to just use your mouse, then you have that option as well. And see, even this right here should pause the time as well, if asking you if you want to go to sleep. And progress saved. It does save your game when you go to sleep, but you also have the option in the menu if you just need to quit randomly, or you want to just kind of double check. You gain friendship the first time you talk to someone each day. Plant a seed from Jade. This as well should pause the time. There is much to be done. Go to the field I have marked on your map. Plant these native seeds. Hopefully something valuable will grow. Hurry up, you are already behind my schedule. So bossy and so very pushy. And if you guys have any suggestions that you would like to make as for to better show how your stamina or your energy depletes, let me know in the comments and I will pass it on to the developers, or you could go directly to their Steam page, because currently if you watch the bar here, when I mouse over this, it will show that. But it wasn't obvious at first. I didn't notice that at all when I was first playing, and said that maybe some kind of indication, like a little numbers of how much it's using, but they don't really use numbers for this, so like, it kind of makes sense. Maybe if a bar popped up over your head showing this and showing it going down or something, or have a little thing like this just pointing out to look at the bar when you mouse over something, like a little tutorial or something that's like, hey, this is how much energy it's using. That might work. Again, the time should pause when this is on your screen because you can't really do anything. Sleep or eat to regain energy. If you use all your energy, you'll pass out. If I hit M, you'll see our little map here, and she marked right here. Picking up flowers and robin nests, searching them for seeds, does not use your energy at all. Neither does picking up scrap that you find. But all the other actions out here do in fact do that, so let's hoe our field. Now we need to grab a seed from the seed storage. We will plant this here fruit. I was just gonna say, oh, good job. Nice work. Water that field for a few days and maybe something will grow. If so, we can get a botanist assigned to our colony. Come over here, and it does add a new thing here, telling us to do that. Okay, water, put that back. And I want to collect some wood because we need to build ourselves a house, which buffers right here. She'll tell us that tomorrow, but I want to try to... This is a let's try, and because it's a re-recording, I probably can't do anymore. I don't wanna pass out. Your first duty to ensure the success of the mission is to create a sustainable food source. Harvest at least one natively grown crop. A botanist will be assigned to the planet once you have proven that the land can be cultivated. And also because that episode went a little bit long. It was like over 40 minutes. Usually I like to try to keep videos to about 30 minutes. Sometimes they need to be longer, like my Lego Star Wars series. I do like a world at a time, so they tend to be longer. And see here, that didn't even play the sound. So it's a little awkward that every now and then it doesn't play it at all, but an option just to allow you to not have that at all would be super great. You can tell a lot about a person based on their favorite tool. What's yours? Now, of course my favorite tool is my computer, but she doesn't really agree with that, and I want to see if this will actually increase her friendship at all. She likes it if you say wrench. It does indeed. I never leave home without mine. But I will show you. We'll keep asking this. She's kind of like, okay, that's nice if you say hammers, but I want to show you if you say computer because it's funny. Because we all prefer our computers. That's not quite what I had in mind. These berries from this bush, and oh look, scrap. Grab the scrap. Just get this out so we can all see where we are going. There's some more scrap. We do need scrap for being able to build our house. We're just gonna grab what we can on our way and just go to sleep because this is just a let's try. It's just a little showing you the game because it did just release today. What? Oh yes. Rosie wants us to make a workbench. Hey, John, you're going to need a workbench if you want to make it out here. I won't let you use mine. Bring some lumber to the 3D printer in the administration building. It will assemble the workbench for you in just a few hours. We should probably get that done. And see, there's no sound while I'm walking on this floor now. Before it was like click, click, click. And it seems maybe a little buggy at the moment. That will take like 2 hours to make, so we will just let it do its thing while we go sleep. Bye. Again, when it's asking you, you want to sleep, definitely have it pause the time because it's weird. Each time you fill your friendship bar, there's a new special event with that person. Yeah, see, now I got the sound. Clickety clappity sounds back, so it seems like the sounds are just a little bit buggy at the moment. We have new mail. Build a house. I would like to regain the use of my storage room. Please build yourself a home and move out. A plot has been assigned to you near the fields that you have been cultivating. Yeah, see, that's exactly why I was trying to gather up some materials, because she wants us to get the hell out. We will never get additional funding if we cannot find something to show for our efforts. Yeah, I'm working on it, lady. I'm working on it, okay? I can't make the crops grow any faster. Rosie, are you at your place? Yes, you are. Let's go chitty chat, because just to show you what she has to say, plus the fact you can use, or she has collections for you as well. I understand why we needed to pack light. I just wish I could have brought more tools. Each time you talk to them for the first time in the day, it ups your friendship. It's cool, you know, these games do typically have relationship stuff that you want to look after, so talking to people is important, and, you know, they might tell you helpful things, so you always want to talk to them, right? Let's get our plants watered. I would work on planting more stuff, especially if this was going to be a normal playthrough, but let's first check what we need. We need 4 more lumber to build our house. But you know what? There's a tree right here. Let's go ahead and chop this tree down. Again, I can just hit E to bring up my inventory that I can look at while I'm doing this, so I can see how much I have, and that is perfect. Grab this flower. Build our lovely, lovely little home. If we come over here to this toolbox, we can actually change up the windows, which is pretty cool. This game does support mods, so I would imagine people might actually be able to make more options, because they are fairly limited, but I would guess they would probably be able to make more options for this with the modding. And the paint bucket will allow us to change the color of our house, and I just discovered in the failed recording that you can actually paint the windows as well, which is pretty cool. So we will make our house purple, because I love purple. Purple and black are my favorite colors. I know black technically isn't a color, before any of you artists out there say that's a shade. Or a pigment or whatever. I think it's a shade. Yes. Yes, I know. Let's pop into our brand new house. Here's our house, and these things are a little awkwardly placed, so you know what? We will right click, that brings up this menu, click on that, and it will bust it down and put it in your inventory, because they are just kind of randomly out in the middle of the floor. Open up this, and we want the bed, so just click and drag it. For whatever reason, with this, it shows the actual bed itself instead of the like highlight placement, which everything else does. So that might be a bug that the developers need to fix, because it's a little harder to place that because it does it a little differently. See, if I do this, you see the screen highlight, so it turns red where you can't place it. I would guess that the bed is supposed to do that, but for some reason it does not. Let's also plunk down our workbench. We're just going to put it over here because we don't have a lot of space in this house. And we have a mirror here. You can, again, use the mirror to change your character. These things don't really seem to do anything, but they show you can interact. You can use the trash to throw stuff away. You can cook foods at your kitchen. Your fridge here, when you harvest crops, they will go in the refrigerator, or catch fish, they will go in your fridge. Yeah, you said that. I'm not going to bother to plant any more crops because this is just going to be a let's try, but you just do it the same exact way and keep rummaging through birds' nests. You will find more crops, and these you can actually see it's still growing, and it will dry up throughout the day. I don't know like how often, but it's not just a one-time water and it's good for the entire day type of thing. I don't know like how long it takes for that, but let's show you the fishing mechanic really quick. You see fish is swimming around, you have your little like harpoon thing here. And there is no tutorials, but it is pretty straightforward. You see this line, you want to aim towards the fish. You kind of want to aim in front of them because you have to wait for this to come out, and then you throw your harpoon at them so they're moving. And I'm being terrible at this right now. Let's get the fish. There we go. Black hole bass. Yeah, that's what I typically catch. Last time in the failed Let's Try recording, I caught something different. Maybe if I come down here, I can catch one of those. Let's see right here, there's lots of fish. See, 'cause they move and they move quite fast actually. I am just feeling left, right, and center. I wasn't this bad last time, so that's embarrassing. There we go. The citrus tang is what I was catching in the other recording. That is a complete failure because OBS. That little noise there is the sound of these things respawning. It does the same thing when your fields dry up as well. Again, yeah, see, it's dry now. I don't know if it makes it grow faster if you keep it fully watered throughout the day, or if you just water it once in the morning. But we are going to go ahead and go to bed because we want the crops to grow so I can show you getting the botanist before wrapping things up. If you deplete your energy, you'll pass out. To regain energy, sleep, or eat something. Buenos dias, Jolinar. Rise and shine. What time is it? Did I wake you? It's time to get up, lazy bones. The early bird catches the worm. Then again, the early worm gets eaten. I have something for you. I felt awful about your ship exploding and Jade making you pay for it. So I made this music box. You can use it to play any music discs you receive. I loaded a couple songs to start you off, but I'm sure other people will be more than happy to share their favorites too. I'll let you get ready for the day. Hasta luego, Jolinar. See ya, Rosie. Again, open up our inventory, click and drag so that we can place it. You can't place it on tables, but it will go on top of this bookshelf here, and when you get the highlight, you can click it to turn on some music. It does seem like when the day ends that it will stop playing the music, but it will still play when you go outside, and you have to make sure you get the highlight where you click, and it has various songs you can play through. That sounds like just like the background music too, actually. See, it does play when you're outside, but it seems to awkwardly stop playing the music when you end the day. That is still growing. This should probably be done tomorrow. I'll just grab a few more flowers and show you how shipping works in this game. You see these little contraptions around. You just come click on that and it is your shipping box. If I shift and left click, you get this little menu. You can swap, you can close, and split stack. This is awesome. We'll put those in there. Split this stack as well. And this is something you can actually eat, so it also has the eat option. I don't want to swap. You can also drag and drop if you just want to put everything in. I wanted to split stack. It bugs out a little bit when I do that, but as soon as I like move that, it's like, oh yeah, there's only one of me. That is worth $31, and just click ship now. When I close it, it will beam it off. And your box here, you can put your things in here to store them away, but this is just a little let's try, and I come here and show you my fish are in my fridge. And we don't really have anything we can make, but as you can see, you get these various things. And I can't interact with any animals. There are actually some critters roaming around, but if I try to interact with one of them, it'll say, I need a special tool to interact with animals, which is something I haven't discovered yet, but Sometime I would definitely like to do a full Let's Play of this game when I have the chance. I have a lot of stuff going on right now as it is, but when developers provide me with keys, I like to do a little one-off Let's Try video to show off the game to everybody, and then possibly down the line I can come back to the games. And often these games are in early access, so they're not complete or don't have a ton for you to do, so that's the other thing with only doing like a little one-off Let's Try video. Gain scrap by searching for pod wreckage. New scrap can appear each day. Off we go. How's our stuff doing? Looks like it might be ready. Hurrah! Okay, yeah, that didn't do that, but we need to go meet the botanist at Jade's place again. You can, every time you go inside, it closes your map, so it's not a super big deal. You just hit it again. I do kind of like how the map works. Come in here and meet our botanist. Thank you, Administrator. I am very pleased to be here. I will keep you updated on my discoveries. Good day. Just the person I was hoping to bump into. You must be Jolinar. I owe you my gratitude. I would not be here were it not for you. Your hard work to prove that plants can be cultivated on Viridis Primus secured my assignment to the colony. Where are my manners? I am Dr. Wyatt Jones, your resident botanist. Space farming colony. Every space farming colony needs a reliable botanist, and Dr. Wyatt Jones is yours. Friendly, albeit a little distant, Wyatt finds little use for small talk. However, he will be more than happy to speak at length regarding the sciences. His vast knowledge to aid you in your farming endeavor. I can read, I promise. Use his vast knowledge to aid you in his farming endeavors. I believe I can assist you with improving your crops. My lab is just north of here. Please feel free to visit me anytime. Yes, he will be able to like gene splice plants, so it's pretty cool. The colors of the local florins. That'd be like local flora. I think that E doesn't belong there. Pretty sure. Flora is just with an A. Are so vibrant. Flora is so vibrant. I am still trying to figure out which ones are edible. Can you do me a favor and taste this? If it burns or tingles, do not swallow it. And let me know immediately. Trying to kill us already, guys. Trying to kill us already, but I think that will do it for the Let's Try here. I will, of course, let you guys know what the code is. Be able to get the kitty picture, which we will switch over. We'll save it first. And there is no like return to menu. You click quit and it brings you back to the menu. From there you can load up one of your other saves or use the quit button. But we will load. Okay, it does do that. So you probably don't want to use the save name because it will be easy for you to get them confused. But we will hop into this game here that I was playing prior to release. Hop in our house, and the awesome picture of my kitty cat, that is my logo, is right here. Isn't she gorgeous, guys? And you can get this awesome picture to put in your own homes in the game with the code I will provide you with, so you can decorate your house. And my footsteps seem to bugged again. And I will show you how you use that code. Open up my map so you can see the research center or whatever it was called. It's right here. You just head down to that place right here. Jade's little office. Past her office, right down here, this little yellow satellite box, and you click on that, you enter in your code, you click the button, And then when you open your inventory, the picture will be in your inventory so that you can go place it in your house to enjoy the beautifulness of my adorable little kitty cat. So that will do for this Let's Try. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like on the video. Feel free to make any comments that you may have. And, well, I do hope at some point to do a full Let's Try for this game, but I have a lot of things on my plate right now as it is, so this gives you a little taste and see how the game is if you want to pick it up for yourself. It is on Steam. I will have the description for the game as well as the Steam page link for you guys, to the store page rather, so that you guys could check it out for yourselves and even pick it up. So you can make use of that code and get my awesome kitty logo for your walls. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.